G'day good people, some of you may have already heard about this, but some of you probably haven't. I'm a very good friend of James from Sailing Zingaro, and sadly for him, he's selling his Oyster 485. Now, I've got to tell you, it is a beautiful boat.
Boat's for sale in Annapolis. If you'd like to see it, you can contact my broker. You can go on Yacht World or boats.com, you can find it. It's the only 485 for sale right now. And I hope it goes to someone super cool. It's super set up to cruise. It's got a brand new water maker and lithium batteries and a solar arch and solar panels, and electric heads, and yeah, all kinds of stuff. Brand new through hole. So
washing machine.
Washing machine. Yep. Engine's all brand new. New everything. New starter. New injectors, new water pumps, new freshwater pump, new raw water pump, everything's new.
When we were touring San Blas together, I was literally anchored right next to him, and I'd go back to my boat because he was doing charters and the boat was full, but I'd be right back on his boat at 6:30 and going, what's everyone doing? Yes, and have breakfast with him. It is an immaculate boat. Now, the last time I was there, it was about a year and a half ago, and he'd already done some work on it and it was beautiful then. But I know James, he's a perfectionist, and he's done even more work on it. So you ought to check his video out, and if you're in the market for a beautiful sailing boat, and it does sail beautifully too, because I've seen it in action, check his video out. I'll put the links up here and I'll put them in the description.
Ooh, look at that floor, it looks so pretty. You know what's really cool? Like, this is one piece and this is another piece, and he bookend matched all of the grain for these pieces. It looks so nice. On the whole floor he did that. Looks super cool. This is Starlink, so I got Starlink all running through here. Behind here is all the Starlink stuff. Looks nice, doesn't it?
It is beautiful. G'day good people, we are 10 weeks into the Gofundme campaign and we are over the halfway mark to our stated goal. That's if we include the PayPal donations as well. Now, who is going up on the column of heroes this week? We have John Miller, Roger White, Ron Malinowski, George Eakins, Joe Lynch and Scott McMahon. You guys will be welded onto the boat to be seen forevermore on my channel. Who do we have drawn up on the boat this week? We have Graham Henderson, Stephen Kuritsky, Stephen Collins again, Mark Sutherland again, Phil Craddock again, Andy Waugh again, Ian Firth Clark again, and Ian Colquhoun again. If it wasn't for the repeat donations, I reckon we'd be stuck on 15 grand. Thank you guys for supporting the Elcano World Challenge. 1 Odyssey, 2 Odyssey, or should I be saying 1 Odyssey because this was number 1. I think that's number 5 or 6. There's 2 factories now. This is the hidden Odyssey. I'm not going in there anymore because they're doing surface preparation for painting, so that's closed off. So basically we've got 5 Odysseys here, but follow me. I'm getting on my bike. I don't know if I'm allowed to ride in a factory like this, but... So we've got 1 factory behind me, coming up on the 2nd. Now this one's going to have 5 more Odysseys in it, apparently. I think we're up to 10 or 11, I don't know. I don't know how much more room they got in this factory, but if you don't get in quick, you might miss out. Whoa. And the other ones are going to go on the other side of the blue tarp. I don't know what's in the blue tarp at the moment. There's something else going on and they're clearing it out. There you go. 10 Odysseys. I don't know how Odyssey does it, or July. Unbelievable. They're doing the traditional wedging and banging and hammering just to bring in the shell plate. I don't think there's enough room for the trucky tie downs or the chain hoist. But look at all those fumes. You've got to wear a bloody mask. I can smell it from here. It's not good. With me delaying the build for financial reasons and also waiting for some sponsors gear to come through, some of the welders working on my boat got removed before they finished their jobs, so I'm now going over the whole boat to see how much more welding is needed to be done and get an idea of how much more time we need to complete the boat. I'm in the bow section. I'm going to go into the collision bulkhead and also in the sail locker. The worst place to get into is here at the bow, so I may as well start here first. Alright, check in here first. No, you can't see me. Well, that's probably a good thing, people. With hair like this, only a mother could love. I mean, look at the silhouette, people. Jesus. Oh, that's a bit better. Well, depending on your frame of reference. You might notice I've been giving myself a hard time lately with my looks. Well, they're not getting any prettier. I'm also giving myself a hard time with my intelligence. I tell you what, I used to be way smarter than what I am. Making a lot of mistakes. Might be because of lack of sleep, but still, people. Come on! Alright, that's looking pretty good, except for the bit I couldn't get my head up, so I'll just check the footage. This is the footage to check, and the welds are all complete. They're not going to hear me if I get stuck until the smoke out. Oh, jeez. I didn't do it last time. So there are a few welds needed along some stringers here. The second Aliens movie springs to mind here. Oh, gives me the heebie-jeebies. Oh no, I've just bent my legs back. So I just got to remember what I'm going to do. Okay, let's see how far we can go. Oh, mate. It's not good for me. I just... yeah, look at him. I just... Did you notice that all the welds are done on the right? And you might be thinking that no welds are done on the left. But this is not the case because the T's on the left were slot welded from the outside. Of course, towards the back here, where Fong, the tiny welder guy, can reach, this will be filled in later. The reason all the welds are completed on the right shell plate is because when the shell plate on the left was not there, the welders had complete access. I can go almost to the bow, but whether I can get out again is another story. Alright, let's see if I can get out. Jesus, it's bloody hot. Now get it. Wasn't my foot. Cool air. I can feel my body heat and moisture coming up from below. Coming up. No, it's not from my body, people. Since the starboard side was worked on the longest, I knew the port side would need more work. Nearly all the stringers need to be completed. And all the angles supporting the deck need to be done too. Just like the starboard side, we have normal welds on one side since there was access to weld, and on the other we have slot welds. Fong, being half my weight, will have no problem in welding the remaining sections in this collision's bulkhead. Depending on how many people we throw at it, but with 4 people I reckon it would take another 3 weeks to complete the shell, so we are still on target for a December start on the Elcano World Challenge.